Studying in China versus Canada. What's the difference? China and Canada have different economic systems. China is developing on a diversified ownership economy, while Canada is running a capitalist economy. Since a country's economic system influences its educational system, it's obvious two different educational systems run in these two countries. Besides being the second largest economies in the world, lots of people find China's landscape, cuisine, and culture attractive. But that's not the only reason why people travel to China. More Chinese universities are getting recognition in the world rankings because of their quality. As a result, China is fast becoming a study destination for international students. China is currently the third most popular study destination for international students, behind the US and UK. Canada happens to be the fifth. On the other hand, Canada has a prestigious education system that features a wide range of degree programs in several universities that are highly recognized around the world. If you are considering choosing between China and Canada to study abroad, here is a side-by-side comparison that would hopefully help you make a decision. If you are new here, consider subscribing to After School Africa for more educative videos like this. Please note that this video is for information purpose. We advise that you seek professional advice and do your own research to arrive at a decision. University ranking comparison. According to the Times Higher Education World University Rankings 2019, the most prestigious universities in both countries closely follow each other on the table. Canada's University of Toronto and China's Tsinghua University are ranked 21st and 22nd respectively. China's Peking University is a little farther down the line at the 31st position, while the University of British Columbia, Canada is at 37th. The McGill University gives Canada a bit of lead with its rankings at number 44. Canada has more universities in the top 100 universities than China. By university ranking, Canada takes the lead with a slim margin, so you won't want to base your decision on this. Teaching style comparison. Owing to their cultural values and beliefs, Chinese universities favor a teacher-led approach where the teacher's expertise confers an authoritative status on students. Since this style focuses on the teacher, there are little or no student engagement or classroom resources. Students need to do a lot of practices to memorize questions and answers. There is also little student to lecturer relationship compared to the Western world. It's a whole lot different across the Pacific in Canadian universities. Like in most of the West, the focus is on students. So you will find lecturers acting like facilitators who will guide you on the path to knowledge. If you choose to study in Canada, you will have the opportunity to develop critical thinking and personality, as you'll be expected to contribute to group discussions, challenge existing ideas and concepts. Tuition fees comparison. Tuition fees in Canada vary by institution and province. However, the tuition fees at Canadian universities range between the equivalent of $8,600 to $48,900 US per year, depending on the level of study, the course of study, where you are studying, and your nationality. Newfoundland universities, for instance, have the lowest tuition fees, while Ontario is among the most expensive area. According to Statistics Canada, the average tuition fees for undergraduate international students in 2018 and 2019 are $20,600 US per year. Arts and humanity courses generally tend to be cheaper, while engineering and medicine are among the most expensive. If you want to study at postgraduate level, the tuition fees are generally lower at approximately $12,500 US. The average tuition fees in public universities in China range between $3,300 to $10,000 per year, while degree in medicine, engineering, and business cost between $24,000 to $50,000 per year. There is also the opportunity to study at American and British universities with a campus in China. Tuition fees at such institutions cost from $8,000 to $14,000 a year, with the average bachelor's degree at $11,000 and master's degree at $12,500 a year. Cost of living comparison. Although Canadian student visa requirements say you must have at least the equivalent of $7,570 or $8,300 if studying in Quebec, you will likely need to budget more than this for your living expenses in Canada. Your living cost will vary considerably depending on your location and spending habits, with large cities generally more expensive to live in. The Université de Montréal, for instance, estimates students will need a total of $11,350 per year to cover housing, food, accommodation, books and course supplies, phone cost and miscellaneous expenses. The cost of living in China also differs according to your location. The living costs in metropolitan areas would be slightly more expensive than other locations. On the average, international students spend around $4,000 for accommodation and about $2,000 for other living expenses per year. But this can go upward when you move to bigger cities like Shanghai, Beijing, where you will need about $13,000 to cover your yearly expenses. Overall, cost of living in China is less expensive than in Canada. Scholarships available. You will find scholarship opportunities in Canada like the Lester B. Pearson International Scholarships at the University of Toronto, University of British Columbia Scholarships for international students, and so on. But China easily wins in terms of number of available scholarship. The largest scholarship in China is the Chinese Government Scholarship, which is managed by the China Scholarship Council and is offered to thousands of students every year. These full or partial scholarships are available for undergraduate, master's and PhD students. See links in the description for videos on top scholarships in China and Canada. Ability to work as a student. If you have a study permit and are enrolled full-time in a designated learning institution, you may work up to 20 hours a week without a work permit in Canada. See link in the description for our video on studying and working in Canada. Previously, most international students were not allowed to work in China, but recently, the Ministry of Education announced that China would now allow international students in Chinese universities nationwide to take part-time jobs during their studies to make the country's higher educational system more attractive. Since China is a booming economy, you are also likely to find more opportunities here. Language comparison. Although English and French are the official languages, most degree programs in Canada are taught in English. However, if you intend to study in the Quebec province, be prepared to be taught in French in addition to English. Conversely, in Chinese universities, it helps to be fluent in Chinese, as the language of instruction is mostly Chinese. This is changing though, as more courses are being taught in English these days. Be sure to choose universities that offer language options that suit you. In summary, China and Canada offer unique experiences for international students. Considering all factors, it depends on you to decide what's most important for you and choose the country that wins along those lines. Will you prefer to study in China or Canada? Let us know in the comment section. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumb up and share with someone. If you are yet to subscribe to our channel, this is likely a good time to subscribe. Until next time, your success.